Hello and welcome back to Paco Diecast. My name is Ron. Well, we have today I believe it's a 57 Ford panel that I received from Mike Espo. And Mike has taken the time to clean this up and smooth it. Has done a wonderful job of cleaning the body and smoothing it up real well. And Mike contacted me and wanted to know if I would be interested in joining him on a little project with this. And that project is for a fundraiser for St. Jude's Hospital, sponsored by Paco. So I'm going to, as Mike put it, go crazy on a paint job for this particular car. And then it will be sent to Paco, where it will be auctioned off for that fundraiser. So let's go ahead, and I know you've seen this apart in Mike's video, but we're going to take one more look at what we have for pieces and parts and see what we can do to finish up this great starting point that Mike has provided. So everybody, please stay tuned. Well, all right, we got a little Ford panel all blown apart. I think earlier in the intro I called it a 57. It's actually a 56. Beautiful job on the smoothing by Mike. That saved me a lot of work. But he really cleaned it up nice, shaved the hood, shaved everything. Except the door handles, but that's all right, we'll leave those alone. Beautifully done, though. I drilled it and tapped it for two 256 screws, so we're all set for that. It came with a red red window, so we're going to think about something to do to complement the red. If you can't change it, complement it. That's something I learned in design a long time ago, whether it's a paint job or an interior of some kind. Hot rods, you can't always get the exact interior color to match the paint and vice versa, so you either match it or complement it. So in this case, we're going to complement it. Nice interior, tubbed wheels, wheel wells, bucket seats, a steering wheel, and a shifter. That's about it, other than the big blown engine on it. But got our plastic base, if I can get a hold of it. It's trying to run away from me. So are the wheels. And there it is, 56 Ford. And again, a little bit of details on the base. Those are some long exhaust or mufflers. When I ran little cherry bombs on my Impala, they weren't that long. They were about a foot long, and they were loud, but that's all right. Anyway, we'll have to do something about that color once we figure out what color it's going to be, and also have to dig up a set of 10 and 20 millimeter wheels that are not red and not stock Hot Wheel. All right, well, we won't be getting anything in the stripper today. Probably going to leave the interior alone, maybe. I don't know, I may strip that off and re-chrome it. We'll see what happens in the next clip. All right, everybody, please stay tuned. All right, let's take a quick look back at where we started before we get to the reveal. This is a beautifully smooth 57 Ford panel truck provided to me by Mike Espo. Let's go ahead and see what I was able to do to finish off this beautiful little car. Everybody, please stay tuned. Well, all right, we got a little Hot Wheels 1956 Ford panel that Mike Espo smoothed up for me so wonderfully. And now this is, of course, the completed project that will be shipped off to Paco's Diecast Garage here shortly to be included in the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital fundraiser, which will be on July 1st. So it's a beautiful little car, and like I said, Mike did a wonderful job of smoothing this. I know from my own experience there can be a lot of casting lines, but he did a great job, and I was happy to participate and finish this up with a custom paint job and some 3D printed details. The custom wheels, they are a modern take on a Krager 5-spoke. They just an idea that I came up with one day while I was working on some projects. Anyway, once we tore it down and just kind of brushed it off a little bit to just to make sure it was thoroughly clean before I shot any paint on it. But I shot it with the metal cast base coat, which is a silver metallic. And then I created and printed a bunch of flames in red, which I printed on clear film. And they're slightly darker red than the paint I was going to use. And once I had applied those to the base coat, then we came back and shot it with the metal cast red. A couple of coats of that, and we have a beautiful set of ghost flames all over the front end and top of this little truck, whatever you want to call it. Once we had that finished, it got a couple of coats of clear over that, so it's as smooth as glass and looks about a foot deep. Painted the base, which was blue. We did that in a satin black, and did a little detailing on the base, on the underside. Not a lot there to detail, but we did pick out a little bit. Re-chromed the engine a little bit, and then detailed it just a little bit. The air filter above the blower, and you can just see a little bit of the blower drive belt in the front. The rest of it we left chrome. And the only other chrome on we hit was the grill and the exhaust tips, the door handles, and the wipers. They were the most obvious ones on there, but I am really happy with how this came out, and so very happy to have participated in this fundraiser with Mike and Paco. So, like I said, this will be shipped off, so be watching July 1st on Paco's Diecast Garage, and this is a fundraiser. All funds will be sent to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So go out and bid high, bid often, and pick up some sweet customs. And also, you're going to help out a bunch of kids who really need it in a hospital that does amazing work. So thank you again. I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please do, and be sure you ring the bell when you subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos when they're available, and be sure you share with your friends. Well, thank you again, and be sure you go check out the auction. There is a link to Paco's channel in the comments section. So you can copy and paste that or click on it, whichever works for you, and you will see all of the customs that have been provided. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next.